And welcome back to the Faceoff, USC's only weekly radio hockey talk show. Once again, I'm your host, Graham Jenkins. Undoubtedly, the most talked about player in the National Hockey League in this era is Pittsburgh's Sidney Crosby, and rightly so. He's hands down the best player in the league. He leads the NHL in points with 45, courtesy of 12 goals and 33 assists. 20 of those assists have come at even strength, as have 10 of his goals. Keep in mind that this season will only see 48 games, and he's played 26 of them so far. He's producing at a 1.72 point per game pace this season, and he averages 1.4 points per game. So he's producing a little bit more than his career average, which is great news for the Penguins, considering that he's missed 101 games in the past 2 seasons due to concussion issues. The debate that's raged on since 2005 has been whether or not Crosby or Alex Ovechkin is the better player. And this will now be the first time I will talk about this and the reason why this case needs to be closed. Ovechkin on the season has 9 goals and 11 assists for 20 total points in 24 games. 6 of those goals have come on the power play and 3 at even strength. That's a bit of a problem because it shows that the Capitals are getting points from Ovechkin mostly on the power play when they need him mostly at even strength. They can't have Ovechkin shining in only 2-minute power play segments and expect to win most games. He needs to find a way to score more at even strength. In those 24 games, he's producing at a .83 points per game pace. Almost an entire point per game less than Crosby this season. In 577 career games, Ovechkin has tallied 699 points thanks to 348 goals and 351 assists. His next point will be a 700 point and obviously a milestone for him, whenever that may be. In 460 games, Crosby has tallied 654 points courtesy of 235 goals and 419 assists. So, yeah, Ovechkin's got more points in his career than Crosby, but he's also played 117 more games than him. What's a little troublesome for Capitals fans is that Ovechkin hasn't been producing at the 1.33 point per game pace that we saw in his first 5 seasons in the league. Since 2010, he's produced at .94 points per game. Sure, it's almost a point per game still, but it's not what he used to do. Crosby's been able to keep up, if not improve, his point production rate, even with his concussion issues. Now, let's also look at what Ovechkin and Crosby have done in their careers. Alex Ovechkin has seen the playoffs 5 times since 2008. He missed them in his first 2 years. The furthest he's made it is in the second round. In 51 career playoff games, he scored 30 goals and tallied 29 assists for 59 career playoff points. He has no Stanley Cups to his name, nor does he have any Olympic rings. Crosby, on the other hand, has helped the Penguins go to the Stanley Cup Finals twice, winning it all in 2009. And to reopen a wound for USA Hockey, Crosby scored the gold medal winning goal on Ryan Miller in the 2010 Vancouver Winter Olympics. Oh, and he scored 33 goals and 57 assists for 90 points in 68 career playoff games. With all this in mind, I hereby declare the debate of whether or not Sidney Crosby or Alex Ovechkin is better over, handing the win to Crosby. Now, there is one other player in the NHL that can also be considered the best in the NHL, Tampa Bay's Steven Stamkos. Stamkos had kind of a rough rookie year by his standards, scoring 23 goals and 23 assists for 46 points. That's pretty good, but when you're the 2008 first overall pick, the Lightning are expecting a lot more out of you. Starting in 2009, they got exactly that, though, as he scored 51 goals and 44 assists for 95 points. Aside from his rookie season, Stamkos hasn't had a season go by in which he scored less than 91 points, which is phenomenal. Now, it's unlikely that he will hit 90 points this season because there are fewer games to play, but he's producing at a 1.48 point per game pace this season, which is better than his 1.17 per game rate he produced from 2009 to 2012. Stamkos is really close behind Crosby with 37 points. He's second in the NHL behind Crosby, courtesy of 19 goals and 18 assists, and he currently leads the NHL in goals scored with his 19. Most of those points have come at even strength, with 13 goals and 12 assists being tallied while playing 5-on-5. Throughout his career, Stamkos has had 198 goals and 168 assists for 366 points in 350 games. I know those are a lot of numbers. It's only a matter of time before he scores his 200th career goal. While Stamkos is certainly one of the most exciting players to watch, especially with his lethal slap shot, he's still not quite as good as Sidney Crosby, I would argue. That's not to suggest he's not a good player. It's only to highlight just how good Sidney Crosby is. Coming up after the break, who is this year's most exciting rookie? You're listening to KXSC's The Faceoff. We will be right back.